It's beautiful wherever you are at. I love that we can come together live. I come to you live every Wednesday at noon Eastern Time on my Creating with Colleen Magnus YouTube channel. And I just love that we could be from all over the United States and Germany, all different places. Technology is a struggle sometimes, but technology really is good. So today you are Creating with Colleen. My name is Colleen Magnus, and I'm an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up! On the East Coast in Chesapeake, Virginia. I come to you, as I said, live every Wednesday at noon, so it's the middle of the week, middle of the day, and I hope it's been a good day. So you take a break, you watch me create. You know how the story goes. I may teach you what to do, I may teach you what not to do, but I promise to teach you something. So today we are going to be featuring on some of our bundles. Stampin' Up! Does have their bundles on sale for 10% off of the already reduced 10% off. Price in the catalog. So that's really great. That's like a 20% savings, so it really is good to get them. Now I do have to tell you that some of the dies are unorderable right now, but they're due to be back in the week of June 24th, if not before. You can bet I have a couple dies I got my eyes on, so I plug those numbers in every day because sometimes they do come in earlier, and I will let you know as soon as they are in through my newsletter, and let you know. So just build that wish list like I am. So again, today we're going to focus on a really cool bundle called Spotlight on Nature. One of my favorites. It was my first pick out of the catalog when it first went live on May 1st. So let me boot up here so I can keep an eye on myself and the comments. I heard Danny just come in. He has a beautiful Jeep. We have always, when we started dating, can you believe, y'all? I can't believe June 27th we'll be married 43 years. Where did that go? I was very young when I got married. I just turned 19. But it's been wonderful. Well, when I started dating him, I was smitten. He had long hair. I am a sucker for long hair on a guy. Beautiful smile, high cheekbones, and a really cool Jeep. So anyways, he had me at hello. We drove that Jeep into the ground. We used to go over at Lynn Haven and do all kinds of four-wheeling. And we thought we could live without a Jeep, but we were so wrong. So the next Jeep he got, it's a CJ7. And he put like the chrome motor in there. She's really bad. Absolutely love it. And I'm trying to think if he's watching this. He always tries to watch my lives. I think it's so sweet. He just came up. He had to return some stuff, shingles that we didn't use. CJ7, it's a CJ7 350, but I'm trying to think the year. I should know what year this is. Oh my goodness. Anyways, it's gorgeous and it's his baby. So whenever the weather is nice here in Virginia, he takes it for a ride and that's where he goes. 79. I think it was 1979. 79 CJ7 350. Boom. I remembered. So anyways, he just drove up. You can hear him wherever. He can never sneak in because of the motor. So I'm going to turn this down. Let's get stamping. And I look forward to creating with you. So let me turn this around. Put my stand down. 1979 CJ7 350. I can't believe I forgot that date. But it is a nice Jeep. And I can honestly say we will have a Jeep no matter what. My other one is a 2003 Jeep that I have, and God bless her, she is on her last leg, but I still drive her. They've been good. Jeep's a good name. Okay, so Jolene, so good you are here. Miss Mary, warm and very windy in Indiana. It is gorgeous here. I think we're supposed to get a shower today in Virginia, but it is absolutely gorgeous, so batten down the hatches if it's windy. And Diane, so glad you are with me today. Yes, it is a beautiful day in Chesapeake, Virginia. And Evelyn from Germany, how's your weather there, Evelyn? What does your spring look like? Hopefully it's a good one. So, and thank you for congratulations. Yeah, it's hard to believe I've been married 43 years. That's just crazy. I really thought it was cool when we first got married. And I got married when I was 19, so I thought it was really cool when I had been married 19 and a half years because I had been married more than I had been single. I thought that was kind of cool. So Kay is on the road camping. She's always coming or going. Hey, Barb, I'm glad you're here. And Judy from Ohio. So, oh goodness, it's cold and rainy in Germany. Oh my goodness. A long ways from being summer. Well, hopefully with the cold and rainy, you're inside, and it's always good when it's like that to be in the stamp room. So this is a card we are creating today, and I think what I love about it is it's like a country card, just with all the natural tones that we have with the wood grain, with the subtle colors. It's kind of like comfort food, only in paper form. It just really made me feel good to create this, and it's a gatefold card, so it opens as such. And then when this comes in, I only put dimensionals here so that it will latch shut. So I'm going to show you how to make this, but just real quickly, let me show you the products. So this is Spotlight on Nature, and this was my first pick out of the catalog. I think because of the dies, well, because of the stamp set too. I just loved everything about the stamp set, but these are the Spotlight on Nature dies. So there, you get a bunch of them, you get all these circles, you can layer them, all kinds of different things you can do with them. And I've mentioned before, if you're into scrapbooking, you could even take these dies, other circle dies, and cut out the pictures and use them as a mat to put your pictures on. So very, very, very cool. I love it. So that is on page 69 of our annual catalog. We have it right here. And as I mentioned, sadly, these dies are unorderable. But again, they will be in this month. So just put them on a wish list, and God has a way of teaching us patience in many forms. And so you have to wait to get them, but they are available. They will be available. They are coming back. Yeah, Mary has the stamp set and this, and she loves it. Loves it, loves it. I do too, Mary. Again, my first pick. Now the paper that I'm using, I had to go twofold on the paper. We have page 50 and 51. This is the Country Woods Sweet Collection. And so with this, the designer papers are wonderful. The textiles, I love paper that is a textile. We have wood grain over here. We have some beachy colors. So this is called the Country Woods 12 by 12. That is where I got my wood grain paper from. But then I wanted to stamp on, what piece was it? This piece here, this natural wood grain. I wanted to stamp on that, but I had used it all for a stamp club. So I switched gears and I got out my pack of Country Lace paper down here. And then that is the designer paper I stamped this on. I could have used vanilla. I could have used the basic beige. But again, this just has a really light texture in here. I don't know if you could see it. And I just think it really lended itself great to creating this card. Now this is my next bundle of the pick. This here is a Country Birdhouse. Again, those dies will be in the week of the 24th or before. But you can bet I get up every morning with my coffee and I punch that number in. I cannot wait. Fun, beautiful things I've seen created with that. So let me go here, and I think that'll get us started on that. So let me show you the measurements for what we are creating. First, you're going to take a piece of early espresso. And I need to grab my cutter because we are going to score that in just a moment at 4 1/4 by 11. Well, I'm sorry, you're going to cut it 4 1/4 by 11, and then we're going to score it at 2 1/4 and 7 3/4. I'll show you that in a second. Then you are going to have those two pieces of the Country Woods designer paper. So one piece is 2 by 4 inches. This one is 3 by 4 inches. So I love how that is divisible by those going to 12 evenly. Because you can definitely make every section of that paper count, every single piece. Then the basic beige just went wonderful with this. I don't know if you have the basic beige yet, but it was just a nice addition. You know, we have very vanilla and basic white all the time, but the basic beige is a beautiful creamy color, still a natural tone, so it's great to stamp on and create with. Then from the Spotlight on Nature dies, this is the Spotlight on Nature die circle that's about 3 1/4 inches. That's from the Country Lace paper. And then I just cut a smaller one. That's about roughly 1 1/8 inch from the Spotlight on Nature dies in Very Vanilla. So I'm going to let you take a screenshot while I grab my paper cutter. Okay. Sometimes I have these things scored, and sometimes I like to score them in front of you. in case you're newer to stamping. So let me put all my little parts and pieces over here. And incidentally, this was, let me show you where I got my inspiration. This was a card that I got in a swap from Natalie Travis. So I loved how it was using the monochromatic. So this was the country lace paper. What's really nice is that it has like, I think it's petal pinks on one side and the creams, and then it has blues on the other. So with this, of course, hers opens like that. So that was my inspiration to create the card. Mine is like this, and the only thing I did different was I wanted the shorter side over here. So like hers would have opened like that. That's how mine's opening. I wanted the shorter side over here so that I could put in this thanks over here to hold that. So thanks, Natalie. Great card. So here I'll take my early espresso, and on your cutting blade, cutter, remember, scoring, cutting, very easy to get those confused, and it usually doesn't settle well when you do. Trust me, that is experience talking. So here I'm just going to take the side arm, which is great, and put it out to the side. I will lift this up from the top. It's magnetic here, so lift it up there. It goes real easy. And always make sure you're flush at the top. So I am going to score this at 2 1/4, right there. Give a good little score. And then 7 3/4, which is down here on the arm. Okay. So that is going to make folding this much, much easier. Now when I fold this, since I do have a light center going in here, I give like like the little bit of the bend, but I want to make sure that this meets in the middle. So I make sure that everything is straight up and down like that. And I want to hold these pretty tight. So I crease this edge here. I bring that in and hold that tight. And then I'll crease that edge because I really want them to meet and just butt right up to each other. So I still can't believe it's cold and rainy in Germany. That's such a bummer. So let me see. Hey, Marianne, I'm glad you're here from Florida. And Marie, I'm glad you are here. And Bren. Okay, so with our card here, first I can go ahead and put on my pieces of the designer paper. And you'll know if it's something that I'm going to move around, but I mean, see, even that would be pretty on that side. I'm going to use this here. I do like to use my Tombow liquid glue because it will slide just a little bit. And I can get it exactly where I want it. Hold it for 1 second. Here's one. So is everybody having a good day, I hope? I'm excited. I am going to get a pedicure at about 5 o'clock today. It's always, I only give myself that pleasure during the summer. I let my piggies breathe during the wintertime. But oh my goodness. The girl that I go to takes like an hour. It's the most relaxing hour of the day. So I am happy to do that. And I will only go to her. Her name is Kenita. She's awesome. Okay, let me focus. Let me focus. So here I have my card. Now for the spotlight, for the two pieces, the circles we have, I do want to show how to cut those because you may, again, be new to watching this, and I want to show you how we use all these wonderful dies. We do have our die cutting machine, and the really cool thing is for the month of June, this is also on sale for 10% off. So you can get this for $117. It's very portable, very sturdy, and it's just great for all of your embossing and all the dies that you're going to use. So what I'll do, here I have, it comes with the 2 acrylic plates and these 2 plates. So you have your base plate. That's what I would use if I was going to emboss with a folder, but I have a die. So I want to put this second plate in here to build it up just a little bit more. And Here, I have an acrylic plate, and I'm gonna take this here. I've got this piece of the designer paper. So I have my die, and I can go ahead and probably do these two at the same time. And I'll just put that there. It doesn't have to be perfect because I'm just cutting it as a shape. So let me put this on top. I'll make sure everything is even. And then when I come through, let me get this out of the way. Then I have, look how great that does. Cuts it perfect. And my little piece I have here also. So I have my two pieces, and then y'all know you need to go to the auto section, and this is for like screws and nails. It's magnetic. So I have a larger one and a small one, but I always like to have this around to hold my dies because you can misplace them very easily. And it's very frustrating looking for a die, especially the little ones, when you should be creating. That is experience talking also. So with this piece here, I am going to, let me get a scrap piece of paper. Okay. This way I don't stamp on my grid paper, but I'm going to put this here, and I'm actually going to use, I always call it the other black, and it's called Early Espresso. Sometimes when you use a black, it's really kind of too dark. And again, I want to stick with these natural tones. So I'm just going to ink this up. I could do it that way since it's kind of big. Don't ever push hard though. Everything in stamping is better with the lighter hand. So I'm just going to see if I could see here. Straight down, straight up. I've got my flowers there. And I think that'll be good for right now. Let me go ahead and stamp the things since I have it here. Put that there. Let me see. Oh, I know Barb said her and her sister, they are the Stampin' Sisters for sure. They're always at each other's house stamping. Well, normally Lynn comes to Barb, but she cannot wait to get this. Hopefully it won't be long. Hopefully it won't be long. Again, our catalog's only been out, what, a little more than a month. So you can imagine all these popular things are here. And as I've said before, please don't think Stampin' Up! Only orders like, 3,000 of these. You know how like they have that Black Friday special and, oh my gosh, the TVs are on sale and they order 4. It's not like that. Stampin' Up! Is the top paper crafting company in the world. So, there's a lot of us out there that are buying this product. So when they buy tens of thousands of product, it's not unheard of for it to go inorderable. But trust me, they get it back as quick as they can. So here I have this stamped in Early Espresso. I have my things, and then I want to color it. So I have the blends. Y'all know they're alcohol markers. You have a small line for the fine point, a fat line for the fat point, and then here, that's what I'm going to use. I'm going in with the light first. They come in a light and a dark. Now I don't want to color this too much, rub it too much, because Early Espresso is actually a classic ink. So it's a water base and it could smear if you go rubbing it a bunch. You don't want that. So the light is very light. Then I come in with the dark, and I'm just kind of coming up from the base of that to the middle, because I want this to be very soft. But I also wanted that petal pink to be just a little bit darker on the bottom. So I'm going to take my petal pink ink pad, and you're going to squeeze it like this, because I'm pushing to get the ink on the top of the lid. You never want to put anything in the foam part of the pad, whether it's a aqua painter, whether it's a blending brush. Always pick it up off the hard part of the plastic like a palette. So this is a blender pen. They come 3 to a pack. It's a clear glycerin, and you can actually color with these. But what I'm doing is I'm picking up the ink itself, and I'm going to come in and go just a little bit darker down on the bottom. because I do want this petal pink to show. And this really, it does help. Okay, to clean this, you don't want to mess your tip up. You just want to lightly brush it off. And then you can use it in another color. Very simple. So now that I have that, I'm going to take my light Old Olive blends, and I'm going to use the fine tip. And I'm not, what do we call it? Kindergarten coloring. I'm not trying to fill the whole thing. I think it looks a lot more natural if it's not completely colored in. So I put in my light. I'll come in with a little bit of the dark. Just put a little bit of veining in there. And just to give it some lights and darks. And then, of course, y'all know none of it is complete without the awesome wink of Stella. So I will squeeze that. And through technology, I hope someday they can, well, I'm sure they do if you've really got the best equipment. It's just so hard to see some of this online, but it really is pretty when you put it on there. This, I think, is what makes it pop. So I have that there. If y'all can see that, let me hold it up. Let me check my comments, see how everybody is doing. Let me see. No, it's summer in Germany, but the weather seems to be of a different opinion. That is true. Mother Nature has her, she makes the call. I don't think it's anything that we do. It's definitely Mother Nature. So hey, Cindy and Lynn, I'm glad you're here. And oh my goodness, Brown, I'm so sorry to hear that. Wade fell through the deck. Oh my goodness, I bet that is a bad looking leg. My mother actually fell last night. She tripped going up the steps and hurt her knee. So please keep her in your prayers. And Brenna will keep Wade in my prayers that they will heal quickly and knock that off. We can't have that. So she did call her doctor. Thankfully, she's walking. She did make it over for homemade, for fresh fried chicken last night that I made. So that's how we could tell how bad she was. She was hurting, but she did come for dinner. And when she called her doctor today, he said, since you can move it, nothing's probably broke. So give it another day or two, ice it up, and hopefully, we'll see how it is then. So hopefully it'll get better each day. But my goodness. That's why they call it an accident, because nobody sees it coming. So here, I am going to put this here. And before I actually put that down, I just want to make sure I don't have any glue on this side, which I don't. So I'll put that there. But again, y'all know the trick. You don't push it down till it's where you want it. Now here, I am going to just put 2 small dimensionals on this side because I want to be able to tuck this circle into this one. So let me get my 2 dimensionals. Yeah, Danny, hope you don't mind me telling on you, honey, if you're watching. The good thing is June is going to be a productive month here at the Magnus household. I just feel it. He mulched all the flower beds. The yard looks fantastic. We had, when we did our house 20 years ago, we did the renovation. We did not realize the chimney was leaking. So Danny and his brother got up there yesterday, cut that part of the roof out, replaced it, matched the shingles perfectly. And so he was up there yesterday sealing it, and doggone it if he didn't run a blade, an X-Acto knife across his knuckle. So he came in, we assessed the damage, don't think he needed stitches. But thank God he has a crafting wife, because I ran upstairs, I got my popsicle sticks, I was able to make a splint for his finger so he doesn't bend it, little Neosporin and some gauze, and the man will be healed. Hasn't slowed him down though. He's still working. He's always working. So next we have the flooring, we have the paint, and this weekend I think we're going to get in there and start moving out furniture in the living room and redo the floors. So these are all, it feels so good because these are decisions we have been putting off for a long time and needs to get done. So looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. I don't know that he is, but I am. So here I got my early espresso again. I'll put that on there as such. And see how pretty that is? Look at the detail, in the lines. I just love it. Then I'm going to take my petal pink and Put this over here, and I love the butterfly. So pretty. So I've got to have a little butterfly in the garden. That is my butterfly, and I am stamping on the basic beige so you can see how pretty the colors are. Now naturally, on the inside, I am going to bring in a little bit of the Wink of Stella. It has a little bit of a deeper effect. It'll dry a little bit better on here, but I did bring it in to pull some of that out. You can see it. And then this I will put on the inside of my card. Here we go. Like such. Here we go. So that, I'll take my bone folder, crease this down really good. And then just a little bit of embellishing. I normally forget the embellishments when I am doing a card on video, never in person, on video always. But I am going to use the brushed brass butterflies. I actually kind of went back and forth. I was going to put sequins on here, but I think the butterflies work really well. And it ties it into that butterfly that we have in the center. So they're great, they're flat, they're self-adhesive, 2 sizes. So I'm going to take a large and a small and put them there. And then if I want, because I want, I'll put one more down there. They say always work in 3s. So that is your card today. It's a Spotlight on Nature gatefold card, like that. I always need thank you cards. I always send thank you cards whenever anybody places an order, and y'all know I was sending the Seaside Wishes card for those who ordered this month. So if you do want to place an order, you can go to creatingwithcolleen.com and select shop now, and then that is your June host code. So let me see. Evelyn likes the ideas of the circles overlapping. Thanks, Evelyn. I think it helps to hold it down a little bit. Let me see. Yeah, I'm glad Wade was not hurt any worse. He didn't call. He didn't call you. He said you were at a meeting. Uh-oh. Tell him to call you anytime he needs you. Thanks, Jolene. I'm so glad you all love this card. I tell you, the paper does the work. That's the best thing about it. Thanks, Mary. So you're definitely going to try this card. Good. Good, Evelyn. You have the stamps and dies. So with that rainy, cold day, I know what you'll be doing this afternoon. And Cindy likes this set too. So I do too. So just want to thank you all for joining me. Don't forget, don't get discouraged. Those dies will be in by the end of the month. So make your wish list. I'll let you know as soon as it is. You can request my newsletter at the creatingwithcolleen.com. And if not, you can always private message me. Oh my goodness, leave a comment here. I will add you to it. But please subscribe and like my channel. I would love for you to do that. Share me with your friends. Let me see. So Marianne likes the look of the card with the darker colors. Yes, I did too. I kind of went back and forth because in that pack of designer paper, there are just some great colors. Thank you. Evelyn says, don't forget the thumbs up. Don't forget the thumbs up. Like, share, subscribe. Don't forget the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Thanks, Evelyn. But in this here, I think it was this one. See how I've used so many different pieces. I loved, this one here is the Country Woods. So I loved, of course, that's what I used. Very pretty. I love this with the Seaside Wishes, which is the beachy with the sand dollars. Perfect colors with it. But just, again, the wood textures are great. Where's the other one I loved? I loved all of these. This here was very pretty. That gives you that whitewash look. And let me see. This here, I want to do something with this here. I really liked these colors too. That's kind of more your grays and then that's a gray. So beautiful designer paper. Both packs I think are wonderful. So thanks for joining me. I am going to be back next Wednesday, and I think I told you all I'm on the 1st and 3rd Monday of the month, I do a Facebook Live on Tina MacArthur's Facebook page, and that is called Creations from the Heart Scrapbooking. So there I am focusing more on kits and doing alternative projects with kits. I'm sure you'll see a scrapbook page or two. So you can go there and check for that, but I also am taking those lives from hers and putting them on my YouTube page, and that would show up as a video. So always check under videos and lives, and hopefully you'll find lots of great content that you like there. So everybody have a beautiful day. Evelyn, have fun stamping this afternoon. And I will see all of you next Wednesday. And you know what? It will be here before you know it. So take care now. Y'all enjoy the day. Bye-bye.